maybe the funniest day ever on Twitter today, boys. There's a little bit of a, I don't know if you guys are under a rock, but Trump and Elon are having a bit of a tiff offline. They're pretty pissed.
Kyle, do you want to lay out the timeline? I can only do my best, which I'm not sure is so great.
Oh man, it's crazy if you account for everything, because there's also, like, not only have Elon and Trump seemingly broken up, but there's all the shit with Stephen Miller and his wife and Elon, and then another cabinet member. Like, a cabinet member beat up Elon Musk. That's what happened. Like, somebody popped Elon Musk in the eye. And I think it's a different scenario than the fact that Elon Musk has been getting real friendly with Stephen Miller's wife, and suddenly she's quitting her job in the White House and taking a CEO position in one of Musk's companies.
CEO?
Some sort of upper management board member type shit. Yeah, she's not on the factory line cranking out Teslas or anything.
I figured not. I figured she wasn't doing the wiring.
She wasn't doing anything in the White House. She's just collecting her check. But my point is that there's all sorts of like cracks in the foundation of the Musk Trump foundation, because I also saw Trump going on this whole little ditty in the Oval Office where he was like, oh, he's a great guy, and he stood behind me, said wonderful things. Ain't a black guy. I told him, put on some makeup. He said, I don't need the makeup. I thought that was interesting. And it's just like he's just like rambling about just random shit, just giving Musk a hard time.
His story about the black eye is wildly unbelievable. And it got sane-washed. The sane-washed version was, I was roughhousing with my kid, GX fucking whatever his name is, fake name. That's the sane-wash. What Musk actually said is, I told him, hit me as hard as you can. And it turns out even a 5-year-old can give you a black eye. Bullshit. Like, no one has ever done that. No one, like, could you roughhouse with a kid or even a dog or something and get a mop to the face? Sure, that can happen. But to sit there and drop your hands and ask your child to punch you in the head, that didn't happen.
No,
no way.
I didn't know that was the story. That you know why I believe he made that story up, and it's obviously not true, is because only someone who also paid someone to fake how good he is at Diablo 2 would think that that's like really believable, like, and then to play Diablo on live stream and get caught for that. But I had no idea. He said, yeah, I told my tough little son, 64 is his name. X. And he punched me, and he's a strong little fucker, that kid. Like, what are you talking about?
He's got that retard strength. He just came at me. You know?
It was, in fairness though, it was the kind of black eye that, like, if I gave him that black eye, like if we got in a fist fight and I gave Elon Musk that black eye, I would not want people knowing that was me, because that was a weak little black eye. I would want to believe that I could throw harder than that.
Like, the big black eye is under the eye. That's where the swell, that's where the bruising really spreads properly. On the side here, it's not going to do the same thing. It was a solid hit.
I heard it was some other member of the cabinet who called him out on Doge. Like, so was it all just bullshit?
Yes.
Well, he didn't know it.
And Elon Musk came at him flailing is the story, and that guy popped him.
I love that story.
Can you imagine how Elon punches? It's like how Bart Simpson and Lisa went at each other.
Windmill. He goes into the windmill mode.
It's a little windmill attack, dude.
I tell them those windmills are dangerous.
They are.
So I guess it started more recently with Elon saying that the big beautiful bill, how did he phrase it, was filled with pork and just
bunch of nonsense.
There's so much debt in that bill. We just bought. I heard that the U.S. bought more debt back today than they've ever bought in one chunk. And you know how they bought it back, right? They printed money and then bought the debt. Every dollar in your pocket just shrunk a little today, and it's not even news because Elon Musk is having a fight on Twitter with the president, calling him a pedo.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk is, saying he's going to go after people who vote for it, which is pretty tough. Like, if you're in a purple district and you know you can't possibly raise enough money to compete against Elon Musk, then he's basically saying your career is over if I decide to. And
the real, and Elon Musk tweeted, let's see, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is on the Epstein files, and that is the real reason they've not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
Right?
Release it. Release the files.
Who would release them?
None of the, it's a blackmail operation. So probably
Mossad.
Most of the people who are in a position to release it are compromised.
Mossad has all the files they need, but in our government, like the people who have the files are the people named in the files. So
this, I feel like we went to the end of the story. The timeline is so hard to get right, and even the articles I bookmarked so that I could do this are not good enough. They don't tell the story in order.
That's a
but like
question.
The thing about canceling the government contracts, I thought was fun too. Trump is like, he liked this beautiful bill until we dropped the EV credits from it. And he's like, yeah, I do think it's unfair that you dropped the EV credits, but you left the gas and oil subsidies in there. But still, I don't care. Go ahead, drop the EV credits. Just don't pass this bill or I'm coming after you. I'm paraphrasing. And then they start talking about canceling his government contracts. And Elon's like, fine. Go ahead, make my day. I'm going to cancel the Dragonfly space program. I'm really out of my depth here. Dragon spacecraft immediately, which I guess ends the International Space Station, leaves everyone stranded up there. Like they need Musk to do this SpaceX shit because they're not doing it themselves. And I guess Boeing can't pull it off. I don't know. And there's more. But they said they're going to cancel his contracts. He says, make my day. They go to the Epstein files. These two are feuding hard. And
it's for all of us to see.
Yeah, and they're doing on but there haven't been any actual changes, right? They didn't cancel any contracts. Musk didn't change the algorithm to stop being like Republican friendly on Twitter. It's all it is tweets at this point.
Well, he believes in the message still. That hasn't changed. Musk is a true believer. It's not just that the Republicans were willing to cut him a check. The Dems were too for a while. But I think he's a true believer as far as some of his conservatism goes, as far as the budget, the deficit, and definitely on the lines of DEI and wokeness, all sorts of trans policies and such. I know what side of that he's on, but I don't know. It's a shame.
But Trump's not a true believer.
He's there serving himself. Of course, the bill's nonsense anyway. Like the bill's nonsense. Every time you look at a nugget of it, it's like, whoa, really? Not that. I mean, there's that one part there's the one part that takes the tax stamps off of suppressors and takes them off the NFA. So you just go in a store and buy yourself a suppressor and walk out with it. Now you have a suppressor. I mean, we're all for that here. I mean, I
don't see how that's bad.
There's a little chunk of meat in the shitty soup.
The Democrat was like, "Who wants this? The assassin lobby?"
Like, this is you idiot. This is funny. The only cool part of it. Yeah, it's like I think Elon really I think in his head he was like, "I'm the richest man of all time. I'm inextricably, to his thinking, linked to the current administration. I will succeed where everyone has failed over the past century plus in reducing spending. I'll be the guy that actually does it. I'm going to make a list. I'm going to itemize it. I'm going to this and that, and I'm going to cut it." And then the machine keeps moving. The Congress looks at it and goes, "Cute. You're confusing money with power again, Elon. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do what we want, and we're going to not take any of those cuts into account, and we're going to actually spend even more. Go fuck yourself, America." Yeah, you thought inflation was running rampant already because of all the COVID money that got printed. Well, let's print some more. Let's print even more.
Find waste, fraud, and abuse.
I think he found a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. They're just going to maintain and continue it.
What it really is he was pointing out a lot of stuff that if you're a taxpayer, you're like, I don't want my money to go to that. Y'all all agreed to that? But they did all agree to it. Congress already appropriated the funds. It's all already sent. And so like pulling them back can't be legal. It just
our elected representatives voted to do this oftentimes good deed, like, taking care of HIV infected moms. And right? Oh my God, the worst.
Who wants one of those?
And then
but it's like in the
Musk, when an elected representative decides that this is where we're going to go, then that's not fraud.
I agree. Like legally, that's not fraud. I'm saying the spirit of fraud is being tricked and having your money stolen and misappropriated. And that's what they do. That's what this bill does. That's what they've been doing for decades and precedents and entire lifespans of politicians. And they're just doing it again. And I think Elon is like beyond pissed seeing that like he got in there. He got closer than anyone. And in the end, he couldn't stop the machine. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't meaningfully change. As a matter of fact, insult to injury, they spend more. They print more.
They're
And they
raising
continue
the defense budget in a significant way right now.
Mhm.
Oh, huge. It's the biggest defense budget ever. It's like $1 trillion or something.
Right.
It's crazy.
But it's already bigger than the next 10 countries combined? Why does it need to be so big?